To our next match, it is scheduled for one fall.
This one's going to be a good
Now,
match.
coming to the ring, wrestling from Honduras, Venezuela, weighing 180 pounds. He's everyone's favorite caballero, el más malo, el más guapo, el triunfoso, Mateo
Mateo
Marcelos.
Marcelos, this is the first time that he is competing in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, and the first time he's competing against a man who is pretty much as close as a blood brother to him. And I'm telling you, Mateo Marcelos, he is more motivated than ever for a victory. And it's against this man coming up right here, the 7-foot-tall Netherlands monster himself, Bruno.
Well, I asked you this on the kickoff show, which by the way, guys, definitely go back and watch that. It was a great show. Do you think the height is going to play a factor in this?
I think it could very well do that, and we will talk about that in just a little bit. Bruno, wait a minute, oh, Mateo with a chop block. And the match has officially begun. And, you know, we talk about the size, the strength of Bruno, but what about the craftiness of Mateo Marcelos? That could very well earn him the biggest win of his career tonight.
And I think the thing is, I think Mateo is looking at this as people didn't believe him. And by doing that move, he's going to get people to believe in him now.
And that is so, so wise by Mateo, attacking the legs. And that's exactly what you need to do in order to chop down the big redwood. Mateo with elbow after elbow right to the left leg. And now a little bit of a seated dragon screw. Oh, Bruno trying to rake the eyes. You know, Mr. Blayne, I was going to ask what Mateo really needs to do in order to beat the Netherlands monster himself, but it looks like he may be doing that as we speak.
I said that in the kickoff show, and I said this all the previews going into the show. You got to centralize him. Cut him down to half, almost, if that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. This could very well be the strategy that brings Mateo to victory here in the borough of Elmwood Park.
This is where Mateo gets a win here. Could we see him get a possible title shot in Pro Wrestling Magic in the future?
Well, he is actually set for a match against the junior heavyweight champion of Pro Wrestling Magic, that being Troy Locke. That is taking place next week at Pro Wrestling Magic Doomsday. And what a lariat by Bruno!
But the funny thing is, though, you may cut down the tree, but if you don't do anything...
If you don't do anything, you get your head clotheslined off.
Yeah, and it's...
And Bruno with the double chop. And now we start to see Bruno change the complexion of the match. There's a back elbow.
I mean, the thing is with Bruno, he's not some run-of-the-mill person. He's been in this long enough.
Oh, absolutely. Nice throat thrust right there. You know, I saw Bruno wrestle for the first time against Gunner Trash at WrestleMania 7 back in October of 2019. That was the first time I ever saw him. Even though he lost, you could definitely see the growth that he's had since then. He has lost a little bit of weight. He's put on a lot of lean muscle, probably in the best shape of his career. And tonight he's looking to use all of that, including all of the years of experience, in order to beat his friend Mateo. It is all about respect, and Bruno is looking to beat it into Mateo tonight. Irish whip into the buckle. Bruno misses Mateo. And Mateo with a back elbow, and he takes the big man down. Could this be the turning point that Mateo needs? Here's the cover. Only a 1 count. And, you know, I think that right there, that's Bruno playing a little bit of mind games with his friend. But look at this. I think he's looking for the Uma Plata, if you will. Bruno's caught in a double armbar. And Mateo, he gives it up. Perhaps is he looking for a label lock? No, instead he's just going to lay in the forearms right to the back and the neck region.
Unfortunately, I think the only way Mateo can win is he's going to have to do damage to the legs and do damage to the arms.
It's almost like he heard you. He's doing that right now.
That's the only way he's going to get a win here is he has to do the damage. But then he also, and we said this in the previous match, he can't take his foot off the pedal, though.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw that in the previous match. Rick Recon got distracted, took his foot off the gas, and it allowed Kenny Bangle to get the victory. We already seen one upset tonight with Bangle beating Recon. Can we see another one with Mateo beating Bruno? It's almost like a cheap little forearm shot right to the shoulder. That's not really going to cause much damage, but it will play into the emotions of Bruno, if you will.
I mean, they might be friends outside the ring, but in that ring right now, Mateo wants to beat the respect.
Oh yeah, respect has gone out the window. It is all about superiority. It's about vindication for Mateo, trying to step out of the shadow of the Meadowlands monster.
Which for most people that's very easy because Bruno is like, 8 feet tall.
No, absolutely. He's got the armbar in. Bruno trying to power out of it, and Mateo has to give it up because of the pinning predicament. Mateo off the ropes. Famous serve by Mateo! He walked like a king. He talked like a king. Can he win like a king? Bruno kicks out.
Here's what's going to be the big thing. He might be beating the respect out of Bruno, but he has to also remember, Bruno, and I said this before, Bruno is not somebody who's been in this for 20 minutes. He's been doing this long enough. And when you're in this industry for as long as Bruno has, you always have a plan.
Oh, absolutely. You have to imagine that Bruno's been thinking about this, although you do have to remember the match with Alex Ryman back from vacation for the world title. It did not go as planned. Spine buster! But Bruno ain't thinking about that. Bruno is thinking about humbling the man that he said he took underneath his wing. And Bruno, and the pump handle, power slam! The cover, hooks the leg, Mateo! That was not a strong kick out though. No. And another cover by Bruno, only a 1. Not strong kickouts whatsoever, but they were kickouts nonetheless.
But like I said before, Mateo has to be careful here.
And Bruno could be looking to finish Mateo off right now. Is he?
He's almost showing sympathy.
He's laughing. Mateo is laughing at Bruno. And he's like crawling up Bruno just to get vertical. And the defiance within Mateo.
Is that going to be a smart move by Mateo?
No! And a throat thrust. Bruno, the Goozle, choke slam into the flatliner. Last rites for Mateo Marcelos. Sweet bragging rights for Bruno.
I said this throughout the whole match. Even though Mateo was getting the respect out of him, Bruno always was a step ahead.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Blayne.
And this.
You know, Mateo, he fought like hell, but tonight, the Meadowlands monster rules in the borough of Elmwood Park, New Jersey. Bruno has humbled his friend.
But now the trick is going to be going with what you just said. Did he humble him? Or did he show that, even though he is 8 feet tall, he's not somebody to be taken lightly? I'm curious to see how this.
And a show of respect by Bruno. That is what it is all about. Mateo has certainly proven his worth, but tonight, battle in the Borough is Blanco's domain.